try to explain with few words what is exactly this karma, the word which I introduced. See, all the possibilities available in the cosmos, we call is agamya. We call that as agamya. All possibilities. You can become a fish, you can become a snake, you can become a man, you can become a god, you can become a whatever. All possibilities. We call that as agamya. And we call that as, maybe you can use the word, the much deeper word, the all possibilities which is available to you, not only in front of your awareness, not only about which you are aware. Now the words which I uttered, like a fish or a monkey or a donkey or a man, all these things are known to you. But there are many possibilities which are completely unknown to you. That we call sanchita. The whole thing, the whole is sanchita, and the possibilities in front of you is agamya, and you decided to play only with certain boundaries in this body. That is what we call prarabdha. See, when you came down, you decided to play with inside certain boundary. In that boundary, you decided to play. Maybe that boundary is what we can call prarabdha. And after coming here, you see so many possibilities in front of you. You try to accumulate. You try to acquire. Maybe that possibilities we can call as agamya. And this prarabdha itself as an intelligence to run your life, one big difficulty is you see too many agamya, means too many possibilities in front of you. Because of that, your trust over prarabdha is reduced. You think the prarabdha may not be that powerful to run your life because of the agamya, which is possibilities which is in front of your eyes. But I tell you, trusting that prarabdha is powerful and realizing will take away one important thing from your life, the continuous irritation. See, the constant irritation which you are carrying from morning till night is the gift of agamya. Is the gift of agamya. From morning till night, you can see in your life, the moment you come out of your bed until the moment you fall asleep, the constant irritation. We don't need somebody to do any mistake to jump on them. We are just waiting. We are just waiting. Anybody who comes in our presence will have our blessing. That constant irritation is because we are centered on agamya. Our energy, our inner space, if it is centered on prarabdha, it is not that we will not be working or relating with the possibilities. It's not that we will stop working. No. We will continue to work, but our base will be on prarabdha. We will not be carrying the constant irritation which we carry now. See, the constantly rejecting everything, constantly being irritated. This mood happens because of our agamya, because of our possibilities. Whenever in the ashram, whenever our ashramites do some mistake, first thing I tell them is, let him have freedom. That is the best punishment. Understand? Without intelligence, the freedom, the dilemma itself will kill him. So we are all continuously working for freedom. The choices, the possibilities, means agamya. But we forget the prarabdha is very intelligent, very powerful. In the whole world, there are only two kinds of people. The people whose inner space is centered on agamya, people whose inner space is centered on prarabdha. That's all. People whose inner space is centered on prarabdha continuously live the life, express the life of peaceful, or I can say, the restful awareness. I can use all kinds of words. Maybe you can say that in Sanskrit we have the word nivritti, means getting centered, more and more centered. And people who are living based on the ahamya, they live the life of pravritti, continuously trying to acquire more and more karmas. Two things. Always we have an idea, person who is centered on Prarabdha may not be able to perform his duties, day-to-day routine, or may not be able to live the life, the regular life with a profession or relationships and regular life. That is not the truth. That is not the truth. I wanted to repeat that same word. Being focused is side effect of dynamic consciousness. The dynamic consciousness will never bring laziness or dullness into you. It will be such an intense excitement. It is such an intense joy. It is such an intense expression of your being. Continuously, for no reason, you are inspired. See, now, the clutched mind, the mind which is based on agamya, will be inspired only by fear or greed. Early morning, you can see you will come out of your dream state only if you have a strong desire. You can see in your life. Settling into the physical body and running the physical body out of fear or greed is what I call living the life based on agamya. Settling into the body and running your day-to-day life based on inspiration is what I call living enlightenment. It is possible. First, I wanted to propose it is possible. Let us analyze this one idea. It is possible. Then I will try to present few ideas. How to? Maybe then we will be able to experiment with this idea. How to? Now let us analyze this possibility.
Even by your prarabdha, what happens then?
See, no problem. You see, oh, you are saying living your life by agamya will be your prarabdha. No.
Maybe driven by prarabdha.
I see, one thing, how to find out whether I am living based on prarabdha or agamya, you will not carry that constant irritation. If you are carrying that constant irritation, be very clear, it is agamya based life. That's a scale. Every moment, your interaction with the life is Isha Vasyam Itam Sarvam. Whatever exists is life energy. Whatever exists is intense auspiciousness. So your every breathing, your every moment, if it adds Satchitananda to you, you are living based on prarabdha. Your every breathing, your every moment has to add more and more auspicious feeling in your being. If it adds more and more excitement, more and more auspiciousness, more and more joy in your being, you are living based on prarabdha. If it brings some irritation, some feeling of, what to say, put in the prison or suffocation, if these feelings are added, brought to your being, then surely you are living on agamya.
But that may be driven by prarabdha, that's my question.
No, it is purely your choice. It's purely whom you see. You see, the moment, as long as you feel that you exist, do you feel you exist? Then you have the choice. If you feel you don't, at one moment, you will not even have the feeling that you exist. That time you don't have choice. Till you feel that you exist, you have a choice. Do you have the feeling or the idea that you exist?
Sometimes yes, sometimes.
Whenever you have that feeling that you exist, you have a choice. Whenever you don't have the feeling, you do not have that awareness that you exist, you don't have the choice. Trying to increase the zone that you exist and live without being irritated, I can say without carrying that constant irritation, is the whole purpose of the spiritual life. You see, when you don't have that awareness that you exist in the deep sleep, you will not have that irritation. Not having that awareness that you exist is not goal. The goal or the ultimate truth we need to experience is having that clarity that I exist, but the irritation will not be there. The responsibility to take decisions, to take choices will be there. Suffering of dilemma will not be there. The essence, let me try to give the essence of the question which you are asking. The conditioning Before conditioning, the blissful self, then conditioning takes over the self. How to again unclutch? A small example, when the human beings started walking with two legs, the first monkey which started walking in two legs, that is a big breakthrough. You understand? It's a big breakthrough that all the monkeys are walking only in the four leg. Suddenly one monkey started walking in two legs, and that monkey was successful in walking, and it calls all the other monkeys and tells, we can walk in two legs, and this is an important thing, you should all do. Two legs will be free. Naturally, all those monkeys would have laughed at that monkey, which was trying to teach, which was trying to tell something new. That whole incident would have been too small. But now we understand that is the greatest breakthrough. Actually, when monkeys have started walking in the two legs, that's where the whole civilization is developed. Even our brain is developed only because we started walking in two legs. Very small thing, which was very small thing, has led to a great revolution or evolution. Same way, please understand that situation. That is the same situation now. I am trying to propose a simple thing. Just like how that monkey proposed, we can walk in two legs. I am proposing an important thing. We can live without mind. Very shocking, little disturbing, and naturally all kinds of questions that monkey faced, I have to face. All kinds of difficulties that monkey faced, I have to face. And not only that, naturally when the first monkey took the class for other monkeys that you can walk. No, sorry, I'm not comparing, I'm just, you can walk in two legs. Naturally these monkeys would have gone to their places and tried for 2 days and failed. And after a few days again they would have tried. And the whole game, just visualize the same game. Same game. See, even whether you fail in few days, now you say that, no, many times I tried, it never works out. Surely that monkey also would have received that complaint. No, I tried, with the stick I tried, holding the walls I tried, holding the trees I tried, it did not work out. See, this is the usual difficulty, but I tell you, the possibility is there, first thing. Second thing, you asked how to, that please give me the foolproof technique, method, straight method, which I don't need to practice for so many days. See, now I can tell you with a clarity and confidence. As I told you, I was also a seeker, and I tried, experimented with enough of techniques. Now I can give you some method or a technique straight away you can use. Not, you asked me from the day it should work. I can say from this moment it will work. From this moment it will start working. Let me finish this question. I'll try to explain a simple technique, this unclutching. Unclutching is the technique I'm trying to teach. Before entering into the technique, I wanted to clear the intellectual questions, and see, mainly I want all of you to understand the possibility. Once the possibility is understood, immediately we can enter into the technique how to. If the possibility itself is not understood, if you are not clear that it is possible, then even when you enter into the technique, you will be continuously entering in the, I can say, that negative mood. You will never be able to experiment the technique. You will never approach the technique with a sympathy. Oh, maybe it is possible. So I'm just trying to spend few minutes so that the possibility is understood. Then we can enter into the technique. It is possible. See, the whole spirituality is nothing but again and again saying that it is possible in different words, in different methods, in different techniques. You said that you made one statement that I tried many techniques. It's not that those techniques does not work. For different beings, different people, different techniques work. Different techniques work for different persons, different beings, and that's why when people ask me, it's not the techniques you tried are useless. It's not the technique you tried are useless or they have no use. They do have, surely they would have helped for some people, some beings. When people ask me that, Can we try some other master's techniques, or can we go to some other classes, some other programs? I tell them, sure. Pluck flowers from all gardens and make a beautiful bouquet for you. Sometimes some techniques directly helps. Sometimes some techniques may not help. But I can be sure of one thing, this technique will surely help you because you have seen many other things. This can help you. Different shape, different size, different colors, different quality, different experiences. Some are related to joy, some are related to suffering, some are related to depression, some are related to excitement. Different kinds of thoughts. Please understand, continuously, different shape, different way, thoughts are flowing. One important thing we need to understand, all the thoughts which are flowing are completely illogical, irresponsible and independent. Please understand, some of the truths will be very strong words. Some of these words will be very strong. These thoughts are not responsible to each other. They don't have a logical connection. They are completely independent. Independent and illogical. They are not connected. For example, if I have to give one example. You see a dog in the street. Immediately you remember some dogs which you had as a pet or out which you used to be frightened in the young age. Then the memory of your young age. Then the teacher under whom you studied in your young age. Even when I say now, I give a simple logic base. But if you see your thoughts, it will not even have this much of logic. So the dog which you saw in the street and the teacher under whom you studied in the young age have no logical connection. Suddenly, from which logic your thoughts move to which logic, you have no idea. If you want to experiment, just now you can try. You take a paper and pen and write whatever goes on inside without editing for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Without editing, like a Dragon software. In the modern days there are software medical professionals use for transcription. Whatever they talk will be transcribed. Just like that, if the software is connected to your mind, how it will completely transcribe. Same way, whatever goes on inside, try to transcribe, you will understand the thoughts which is flowing inside you are completely illogical, independent and irresponsible. Then what connects? What connects and gives you the kind of a feeling that it is continuous and logical? For example, if you believe your life is suffering, you will connect all the suffering and depressing thoughts and create the idea of pain shaft. Your whole life is a pain. I've seen when you ask people, how is your life? First thing they'll tell, oh, nobody has suffered like me. Even my enemy should not suffer like me. Means they connect, they catch all the incidents which created pain in their life and create a pain shaft. They believe their whole life is nothing but a pain shaft. Very rarely, when you are in a high mood, exciting mood, or when you are really in love with somebody or some object or with a life, you feel your whole life is a joy. At those moments you connect joyful moments, the exciting thoughts, and create joy shaft. Life is a joy. The idea that life is a joy. Sometimes you create the idea life is a pain. See, what you believe. If you believe life is a pain, you will create an idea of pain shaft. If you believe life is a joy, you will create an idea life is a joy shaft. The depression which happened in us 10 years ago, the depression we experienced 8 years ago, the depression we experienced 4 years ago, the depression we experienced yesterday are independent incidents, our responses to independent incidents in our life, independent experiences. But when you connect all of them, and see them together, you say my whole life is depression. This pain shaft or joy shaft, this is created out of your belief. If you see the exact thoughts moving as it is inside your inner space, they are neither right nor wrong. It is, that's all. It's an existence, reality. It's just flowing. But when you create some idea, when you want to restrict, when you want to frame them for future reference, you frame them either as pain shaft or joy shaft. The difficulty is not, you don't stop here. The moment you identify your life as a pain shaft, you try to break it. If you identify your life as a joy shaft, you try to elongate it. Neither you can elongate nor you can break. That's the problem, because the shaft does not exist in reality. It does not exist in reality. It's just imaginary. It is just your feeling. If it exists, you can break it. It does not exist. You try to break which is not there. You are trying to continuously fight with something which is not there, either joy shaft or with the pain shaft. Again and again we try to break the pain shaft. Trying to break the pain shaft brings one more pain. I have seen people after reading the books like Stop Worrying, Start Living. Now it's very easy to become a philosopher, thought which is completely impractical. I can give you some 4 or 5 tips how to become a philosopher. Thought completely impractical. Thought which you are not able to practice. See, when you are not able to practice, others also can't practice. So naturally you will be dangling the carrot. It will continue, the business will go on and on and on. So anyhow, these kind of philosophers, when you read these kind of books and try to stop worrying, that will become one more worry. I have seen people create one more worry, trying to stop worrying. I feel that worrying is a problem only when you start thinking that you have worry, you are worrying. Only when you identify it as a pain shaft, any pain is a pain. When it is just a reality, when it is an existence, when it is just flowing in your being, it has it never creates suffering in you. Somebody asked Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi is a great enlightened master, was from my native place. My native place boasts unbroken lineage of enlightened masters for the last 2000 years. Somebody, he had cancer the last moments of his life, and somebody asked him, Bhagavan, do you have pain? He says, pain is there, but there is no suffering. Understand, the pain is translated into suffering only when you create a pain shaft, not otherwise. When you can experiment now in your life, if you have any pain, back pain or headache, just look that space without giving the idea or the name pain. Suddenly you will see that experience which you are having as pain will disappear. You can experiment now, straight away. Continuously our life, we are creating either pain shaft or joy shaft. The words are flowing, thoughts are flowing in our inner space. Creating joy shaft or creating pain shaft is what I call fighting with Maya. In Sanskrit, we have a beautiful word. Maya means which is not there, but which gives the suffering as if it is there. Even if he is not there, if he gives the suffering as if he is there, he is called Maya. It's called Maya. It is not there, but it gives the suffering or the impression as if it is there. Continuously giving meaning to the thoughts which is arising in your being is the root cause of suffering. Let me give you a simple technique of unclutching. Please understand this simple technique of unclutching. What I mean by the word unclutching. When you sit, naturally there will be some thoughts. When the thoughts come, usually your mind will tend to connect it, identify it with some past pain or joy. Or it will classify it as something related to worry, or there is nothing, simple thought flowing. It will try to connect or classify. It will try to clutch with some of your past experience and identify. Now, just for a few moments, try this simple experiment. Any thought comes, do not clutch it with your past experience. Do not clutch it with your past suffering or joy. When words come out of your being, instead of giving meaning to it, just see the source of the sound. See, sounds are raising your inner space. The moment you give meaning, you become materialistic. If you look the source, you go towards the freedom. Just see for a few moments. Just try for a few moments. Anything rises in you, try to unclutch. Without clutching and connecting and creating a shaft, you may say, no, it is very difficult. This is also one more thought. The difficulty which you experienced 10 years ago, the difficulty which you experienced 9 years ago, the difficulty which you experienced yesterday are independent difficulties. Why should you connect all those difficulties and create an idea, this is difficult? So simply, this moment, there's a beautiful story by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Some 2 lakh people, 2 lakh warriors came to kill a king. In the fort, there's a huge fort. King was completely frightened. Oh, 2 lakh people, I'm all alone. He's just staying with 2, 3 people. They will kill me. Then the Raja Guru, the master, he says, open one door, only one door. Through one door, surely only one person at a time can come. So stand this side and kill one by one. Over. Do not try to fight with the whole crowd. With your life also, do not try to fight with the whole agamya and prarabdha. You are fortunate that God has provided only one door. You can have, fortunately, whether you want or not, like it or not, you can have only one thought at a time. Am I right? Can you have 2 thoughts at a time? You can't. Maybe the gap is too small, so you can think you can have 2 thoughts. You can't. Whether you want or not, you can have only one thought at a time. Next thought has to be next thought. No other way. So only one thought can come out of your inner space at a time. So kill one by one. Over.